Even before the acquisition of Motorola, Lenovo has been trying very hard to break into the smartphone scene. Their last flagship phone, the K900, was built great, very sensibly priced, and was pretty decently received, especially considering the fact that when you hear the name Lenovo, you don't immediately associate it with smartphones. This is the image that Lenovo was hoping to change with the Vibe Z, aka K910, which is a direct follow-up to the K900. Lenovo's fixed quite a few of the K900's shortcomings here. Gone's the Intel Atom chipset, replaced by none other than Qualcomm's top-of-the-line Snapdragon 800. They've even added a millimeter to the thickness to combat the overheating issues that plagued the K900. The K910 is also one of the very few phones which has a dual SIM variant, dual SIM with top-of-the-line specs, that is. Anyway, will the K910 be the phone that finally makes us take Lenovo, the smartphone manufacturer, seriously? Well, thanks to MiraMobiles.com, we've managed to get our hands on the Lenovo K910 dual SIM variant. So let's find out. Before we do that, if this is your first time here or if you have a very short attention span, my name's Ash and you're watching C4E Tech. Let's get started. First off, let's start with the build. While the Vibe Z is built out of polycarbonate, it doesn't feel cheap. The faux metal actually adds to the look. The buttons, on the other hand, are actually made out of metal. They are tactile and feel premium. Though the Vibe Z is a millimeter thicker than its predecessor at 7.9mm, it's still very slim. It's slimmer than most of the flagships out there, including the HTC One, Xperia Z1, Galaxy Note 3, and even the upcoming Galaxy S5 and Xperia Z2. And at 145 grams, it feels pretty light too. Keep in mind the Vibe Z sports a 5.5-inch display. Talking about the display, the 5.5-inch Full HD IPS display on the Vibe Z gives it a pixel density of 441 pixels per inch. The display is simply fabulous, bright, vibrant, natural colors, and has amazing viewing angles. Internally, as mentioned earlier, the Vibe Z houses the top-of-the-line Snapdragon 800 chipset. That's 4 Krait 400 cores clocked at 2.26 GHz each, coupled with an Adreno 330 GPU and 2 GB of RAM. The K910 does pretty well when it comes to synthetic benchmarks, and the overheating issues faced by the K900 aren't present here. When it comes to real day-to-day usage like say gaming, again Snapdragon 800 pulls its weight and the K910 ran just about anything we threw at it with no frame rate drops or lag. Audio quality via both the internal speakers as well as the included earphones is pretty good too. The major issue with the Vibe Z is that the internal storage is a pathetic 16 gigs. That can be forgiven if the Vibe Z supported microSD, but sadly it doesn't. So anyway, moving on, all this is powered by a non-user replaceable 3000 mAh battery, and the battery life is pretty stellar. On a looping video playback test, we got close to 9.5 hours of video playback before the Vibe Z ran out of juice, and one can only expect the single SIM variant to last even longer. So getting through a full day on a single charge should not really be an issue. To the back, we have a 13 megapixel camera and it's great. Pics taken with the Vibe Z are crisp, sharp, with tons of detail. The UI is pretty slick too. It's got the right mix of simplicity with advanced features. Well, it's simple enough not to put off casual users, at the same time it has enough depth to satisfy power users. This is a mix that many manufacturers have struggled with, and kudos to Lenovo for pulling this off. The front features a 5 megapixel shooter and it performs better than most front-facing cameras. It also helps that it has a wide-angle lens. 1080p video recording's pretty good too, loads of detail, stable with a decent bitrate. Now moving on to software, the K910 currently runs on Android 4.2.2 Jellybean. An update to 4.3 is already rolling out in many regions, and Lenovo states that both the single and dual SIM variants will eventually be upgraded to KitKat. Lenovo's UI on the K910 is very different from the one we saw last year on the K900. The app drawer is gone, the knock to turn on the screen functionality is gone, but quite a few new features have also been added. Lenovo's incorporated their own version of multi-window, and unlike Samsung's implementation, this works with pretty much any app available. Lenovo's also included something called White Touch. It's an ever-present little icon that lets you access some shortcuts, helping you speed things up in case you want to. The Mercury keyboard's a nice touch too. Lenovo's also thrown in quite a few of their own apps like security that gives you granular control over what permission each app uses, and a power manager that lets you get even more out of the already solid 3000 mAh battery. And just like last year, Lenovo's UI is pretty themable. With the Theme Center app, you get to choose from quite a lot of themes that let you change the look and feel of your phone to your heart's content. Overall, the Lenovo UI is a huge departure from stock Android. You're either gonna love it or hate it depending on your personal preference, but strictly from a performance point of view, it checks all the right boxes. It's fast, smooth, stable, apps open up quick with little to no lag. Now that brings us to the price. Both the dual and single SIM variants of the Vibe Z are priced just a little above the Nexus 5. While the Vibe Z does outdo the Nexus 5 in terms of camera performance, battery life, and maybe even the build, it might just not be enough to make people choose the Vibe Z over the Nexus 5's stock Android, higher internal storage, instant updates, and an overall cheaper price tag. It's also worth noting that the Vibe Z lacks both the wireless charging and NFC capabilities of the Nexus 5. But then again, if you're looking for a dual SIM phone without wanting to compromise on specs, then the Vibe Z's dual SIM variant is by far the most widely available. So me personally, I would only recommend the Vibe Z to someone who's insistent on the dual SIM functionality, and I just can't recommend the single SIM Vibe Z over the Nexus 5. But then again, that's just me. So what do you guys think? Would you give the Vibe Z from Motorola's new owners a shot? Or the Lenovo UI, lower internal storage, lack of microSD and NFC gonna keep you away? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So anyway, if you do decide you want to pick up the dual SIM variant of the Vibe Z, you can do that from merrymobiles.com. I'll leave a direct link down below the like button in the description. So that pretty much wraps up this review. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And for more videos like these, make sure you stay subscribed. So once again, thanks a lot for watching guys. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.